The Chicago Bulls are taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Can the Chicago Bulls get back in the win column after 4 straight losses? We're going to talk about it all and more right after this. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, we snatching hats around here, the real hat toss. What's going on, man? It's your boy Haize in the building. It's been a fun day, y'all. It's been a very, very fun day for me, y'all. Listen. It's been craziness with Chicago Bulls media, and I tell y'all what, I've been enjoying it because Haize is the king of that. So I do what I do. But nonetheless, man, we back in the building, y'all. How y'all feeling today? Hope everybody's having an amazing and great day when it all comes down to it. And this is I'm excited to see this Bulls team play. Jalen Smith, Trey Jones, Josh Giddey out. Like I said before, I do think that these guys are just going to be out until after the trade deadline. I would say that don't expect to see them very much until after the trade deadline. There we go. Till after the trade deadline. And that's just it is what it is. Like, we'll see what it means after that point. But I'll just say don't expect to see those guys until after the trade deadline pass. But nonetheless, man, we back in the building. That's all I can say. We're doing our thing, and we're going to see what's going to happen here, man. We're going to see what's going to happen here. But overall, here's where we are, man. The Bulls are taking on the Brooklyn Nets. This is a team that's been kind of more scrappy than I think what a lot of people have given them credit for or thought they would be coming into the season, which is always good to see. It's always good to see people, teams try to compete when it comes down to it, man. You want what I've been smoking? What do you mean? What have I been smoking? What did I do? Did I say trade deadline? I keep saying I've been so programmed to talk about the trade deadline for the last week. It's been trade deadline. Till after the All-Star break. I apologize. Till after the All-Star break. I apologize. I said it on today's daily episode too. Like, my brain's programmed still for trade deadline. I dropped from Tuesday to Thursday yesterday. I dropped literally 25 episodes between here, Locked on Bulls, and Locked on NBA. 25 episodes. So my brain is just programmed for trade deadline shit. I mean All-Star break. I apologize. I would not expect to see Trey Jones, Jalen Smith, or Josh Giddey till after the All-Star break. There you go on that one. All-Star break. There you go on that one. But we're gonna see how things continue to go, man. I seem extra. I am happy. Listen, the one thing about me, and y'all will literally find this out about me, is that I get active when it's wartime. And it's been an absolute shit show on Bulls Twitter lately with people being in their feelings. And I've just been having fun with it. Like, I literally been having fun with it, man. I've been having so much fun with it. I woke up at 2 a.m. from a DM from Matt Peck of him being in his feelings. So we dropped the diss track. Like, that's just what we do. Like, so I've been having fun with it. Like, y'all don't understand. For me, like, when I say that I'm a creative, what I mean by a creative is that I have fun creating shit. That doesn't mean that I'm any special than anybody, but I have fun literally getting in the weeds and creating shit. So, like, when you give me an opportunity, especially when it's wartime, you're going to have yourself a blast. I can tell you that right now. You're going to have yourself a blast with Haize, because one thing about Haize is Haize gets active. Haize gets active, and Haize has fun with it. Like, all jokes aside, Haize has fun with shit like this. So now that we active in wartime, and listen, this is what I do. This is what I do. They don't understand, man. This is what I do. So it is what it is. We've been having fun all day long, bro. But, like, as a grown man, don't DM me. Don't DM me. As a grown man, don't DM me. That's all I can say for you. It's not going to work out well for you if you DM me, because then now you've activated real petty mode. Y'all see, the Petty Roosevelt y'all know is entertainer Petty Roosevelt. Y'all ain't had to really get involved with Petty Roosevelt when I'm really coming at your neck. You haven't really had to get involved with that. So now that I am active, really active back in wartime, it's different, bro. We different out here. We very, very different out here. And we having fun with it. That's all I can say. We having fun with it. It is what it is. People gonna feel their way about it, and I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. That's it. But so I didn't drop the actual diss track. I dropped the tease to the diss track. I'm dropping the actual diss track on Spotify on February 14th. We breaking hearts on Valentine's Day. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. That is what we doing. But yeah, wow, Archangel, that's crazy. But accurate, but very, very accurate. I don't disagree with that at all. What's this? Don't disagree with that at all. But if y'all want to hear it, it's just a tease though. So I don't want to set an expectation for something that is going to not live up to y'all expectation. It's literally just me having fun. But this was 2 a.m. work. Hold on. How do we get it to restart?
Petty's back, bitch. What's your February 14th, y'all. The hat throw. Make sure y'all get ready for it, bro. Cause I'm back. Haize is back. Petty's back. I ain't taking no losses on this one. We ain't holding nothing back. We back activated. Cause your girl's heart ain't gonna be the only thing getting broken on Valentine's Day. I guarantee you that. Ha! Young Haize, let's get it. Chump, ho, go off. I'm back.
We're just having fun with it. See, this is what I got into this business for. Like, people forget. Like, anyway, we're just gonna leave it at that, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Just hopped in the stream. What's up with the Giddey injury? Why hasn't he played in a while? Is it serious? Will they sit him for the season? So it's a hamstring, but I doubt they're going to sit him for the full season. The only reason why I doubt they're going to sit him for the full season, and I could very well be wrong in this, is that don't you want to see the Simons and Jay Ivey and Colin Sexton, and don't you want to see these guys with Josh Giddey? I would imagine that that's what they want to do. So yeah, man, that's what I would assume is what they want to do. Valentine's Day Massacre, I see. Listen. 50 Cent ain't got, I tell y'all, 50 Cent ain't got shit on me when it comes to pettiness. I tell y'all that. Y'all didn't even hear at the beginning of the track. The first voice you hear on the track is Matt Peck's voice. That's all I'm going to say. That's the very first voice that you hear on the track. Listen, I'm cerebral with it. You're going to think about, now you can't even enjoy your Valentine's Day because you're going to be worried about when this track drops. But nonetheless, but yeah. We just having fun with it, man. We having absolute fun with it. That's all I can say. Having very, very much so fun with it. Saying Giddey is overrated, I don't understand. I don't understand how that you say he's overrated. He's literally doing something only a few players in the league have ever done. So I don't know how that is. Goofy himself for talking down. No, that's not. He still hasn't earned. He hasn't shown shit. He's shown some flashes, but he hasn't shown shit. See, y'all got to understand, what talking down is and what's actual critical analysis. See, y'all live in a world where it's either all white or all black. The fact of the matter is that Rob Dillingham has tons of potential, but he ain't shown shit. So, I mean, if you want to get in your feelings about talking down on Rob Dillingham, tell him to get in the booth and play better. Because as it stands right now, his play has left himself open for nothing but critique. That's all I can say. You know I'll get a laugh. Dillingham is someone else's trash for a reason. I mean, listen, here's the thing. Everybody comes into the league with potential. Now, they traded 2 first-round picks to get up and get him. Now, what we got to see is how much of that potential is actually going to be realized in the NBA. And that's what we don't know yet. Now, I think people are overblown. Now, I'll say he showed some things in the last game passing-wise. He still can't get his shot off, right? So we got to see how it's going to go. Okay, just because you don't lead, Allen Iverson never led a team to a championship. Dame Lillard has never led a team to a championship. That's a very high bar. You don't have to lead a team to a championship. If you don't lead a team to a championship, it doesn't mean you're overrated or trash. What did Matt Peck do? Listen, don't DM me at 1 o'clock in the morning. Listen, the only people who should be in my DMs at 1 o'clock in the morning is if we fucking. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. Don't DM me at 1 o'clock in the morning as a grown ass man, especially when you have my phone number. So that's just the motto that I live by. So, I'm not going to get into it. We'll talk about the specifics once the track comes out. Everything will be revealed in the track. But just know, it is what it is. It's not unwarranted petty. I feel my conscience is very clear. Y'all got to keep in mind, I have been somebody that for years have said, I'm not going to say nothing bad about Matt Peck. Matt Peck, like blind loyalty to Matt Peck. I've been listening to Matt Peck literally since I was like 19 years old. Blind loyalty to Matt Peck. But at this point, listen, we grown now. It's different. We grown now. We grown. Potential needs to be developed, and they ain't had no time for that in many, though. Listen, but here's the thing that I'll say, right? Were we contending when Jimmy Butler developed? Taj Gibson came right into a team that immediately was trying to get to the ECF. So I get what you're saying, right? But at the same time, when your team needs you drastically, they needed a point guard and you couldn't do that, it raises some questions. Now, he is going to be in a situation where he's going to get a lot more opportunity, a lot more time, and let's see what he makes with it. Haize knew who to hit up about the pettiness. Look, listen. I'm about to start DMing Haize at 2 a.m. Don't do that. Don't do that. DMing somebody when you have their number. Isn't it sassy as hell? Like, it's just weird. It's very, very weird energy. And I don't do weird. Cause I don't like to live in weirdness. So we just gonna go out. But let's focus on the game. How y'all feeling about the Chicago Bulls? How y'all feeling about stuff that's happened so far? How y'all feeling about that? Let me know. Who of the new acquisitions has stood out to you guys so far? I want to know about that. How bad is Josh Bitter's hamstring? Josh Bitters is hilarious. I don't know, because they very well could be leaving him out intentionally right now. It doesn't seem like, but hamstring injuries can take 2 or 3 weeks, like legitimately, even if it's just a strain. So, we'll see. And if year 3 Billy still restricts Modest to shoot mid-range, wouldn't it be concerning for his development? Absolutely. Dillingham, yeah, he has potential. I even in my critiques of him, I've never said that he doesn't have potential. He's just gonna have to adjust. Like it's for players as small as Rob Dillingham, the constant speed and strength in the NBA and size that they're gonna face. Like it's difficult for somebody who's a pure scorer to do that. This is a guy that shot, I think, 46% from the field and 44% from 3 in college, and he actually was able to create separation. But you're facing off against players way more consistent with length, way more consistently with strength, and so there's an adjustment to that. But what really stood out about Rob Dillingham in the last game that's very promising was his passing. That passing can be consistent for him, things can start looking different, man. I'm actually hyped for Rob, baby, Dame, Ivy, and Sexton. Okay, all right. I'm digging the French dude and Sexton. The French. Yabusele is French. It doesn't even register sometimes that he's French. Also, remember when some of us were saying, damn Rob D? Rob D is crazy, first of all. Check that, Josh. Gonna be ass here. Is his first game. He's been okay, I guess, but who knows? But that's the thing. I mean, he's been okay, but how much of that okay was because of the low expectations? Like, I mean, if we're really being honest, he didn't do nothing special, but he did show that he can stay. He can be on the court. He showed that he has court awareness. Those lobs that he threw to Nick Richards and to Modest Buzelis, those weren't easy, and he did make them look easy. So, shout out to him on that one. I can't say the new big man's name, but I will try Yabusele. But yeah, him, Yabusele. Gershon Yabusele is how you pronounce his name. But yeah, I like him a lot too. What can happen if someone tries to play with a pulled hamstring? Is it a sign of something bad? Calf tightness can be for Achilles issues. I don't know if like hamstring issues tie to something larger. I don't think so. I think it's just more uncomfort. But again, I don't take medical advice from me because I'd have you fucked up. So like, don't do that. Bro, I'm intrigued by Leonard Miller. Saw some scouting videos and recent highlights. At least has more upside than P. Will, Dalen, and Julian, and the 6'10" too. See, that's the thing. I don't think that his upside is much different. If you go to P. Will at Leonard Miller's age, which I think he's 2020, the upside was about the same. Now, P. Will's upside has come down some every year that he's been in the NBA because he gets older. I'm not that high on Leonard Miller. I don't think Leonard Miller is going to I don't even think they're going to retain him, personally. But hey, like I said with everybody, I want to see every player on this team succeed. Whether I believe in them or not, I would love to be proven wrong. Whether I have doubts or not, prove me wrong. I want to see every player on this team succeed because they are wearing my team's uniform. I think it's the weirdest thing in the world when people who are fans of teams root against players of that team just so they can be right. Like, it'd be easy for me to be like, I hope Rob Dillingham sucks so I can be right. I don't want to be right. I don't say the things that I say when I have a concern about a player so I can just be right. Prove me wrong. Because if you prove, like, people will remember, I wasn't that high on Alex Caruso. People will remember that free agency. That was the first free agency that I started the show. I was like, Alex Caruso, I mean, I guess he's going to be cool, but I don't think he's all what people try to make him out to be. Within the first 15 games of that season, it probably didn't even take that long. I was like, listen, I was wrong. That motherfucker is ridiculous. I want to be wrong. There are some people who sit on this side of the microphone that want to be right about a player that they have doubts on just so they can say, ha, I got you. I don't want to do that. I want to be wrong. I want Rob Dillingham to look like a player that we're like, damn, I can't believe it. Like, I hope that 3 years from now we're like, damn, we got Rob Dillingham. Damn, he's playing good. I want to say that about that player. So it doesn't bother me. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first to tell you, hey, listen, I was wrong and this motherfucker balling. And I really hope that I am wrong about it. I really, really hope that I am wrong about Rob Dillingham. I really hope that I am. Haize, who do you think is a better player, Simons or Ivy? Well, right now, Simons is a better player. Ivy has more upside, but Simons is a better player right now because he's a more fluid. Simons is just a consistent scorer. He always shoots about the same percentage. He can do on ball, off ball. He's just a good guy, man. He's a good at what he does. Now, he's not bringing you shit defensively, but what he does very, very well and very consistent. These new guys, the boys have maybe cut from a different cloth, maybe keep one or two of them and wait and see. It could be. I feel like Sexton could be a good influence on P. Will, even if he even gives a fuck. Listen, at this point, I think you can have Oprah, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Colin Sexton, Michael Jordan, and Jesus all sit down and have a one-on-one with P. Will, and I don't think the motherfucker ever wakes up. I don't think he ever wakes up. Again, prove me wrong, but I don't think he ever wakes up. Personal opinion. Hamstrings can lead. Okay, see, I'm open to be wrong on that. So hamstrings can lead to calf issues, which then calf issues can lead to Achilles. So that's probably why they're being very protective of it. Giddy's been out for a minute, but take it slow. We don't need any setbacks. How long does Vegemite store for the expiration date? Just want to make sure you don't get food poisoning. Can't have you. Oh, well, I got Vegemite. I got an unopened can, but I don't think Vegemite ever expires. Where's my Vegemite? I think I put it back upstairs because he is hurt. But your Vegemite, I think, has a shelf life of like 6 years. I would love to see everyone in this organization replaced next season. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. So if you're really a Bulls fan, you don't like nobody that doesn't play defense. No, like, we got to stop that. This whole, if you're really a fan, you would think this. No, fandom is not a monolith. Every fan of a team doesn't think the same way. So let's move on from that. Now, I think just generally basketball-wise, you have to know the importance of defense, but we got to start with this. If you're really a fan, you'll Every fan has their own thing. With what transpired, should Giddey have waived the Bulls' offers and waited to the end of the... No. What do you mean? No. Richards and Yabu bring a lot of physicality in the front court. We were heavily missing before, but we'll see who stays and goes after the season. Well, I still think Yabusele is planning on going back overseas. That's what the word has been. We'll see if that ends up actually being what happened, but we'll see. Spacegate, you going to keep more than one or two. Spacegate, you going to keep more than... I have no idea what you mean by that, bro. And it's probably me. Listen, I'm probably having a slow moment. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about. Who do you think has been the best return on investment Bull this season and of the 2020s as a whole? I'm going to go Jalen Smith this year and, of course, Caruso for the 2020s. Vikram, why are you always asking these questions that take a minute to sit down and think on a live stream that I wasn't prepared for? Best return on investment this season, I would if Trey Jones had been more healthy, I'd say Trey, because he gets played less than Jalen and he's been playing more minutes throughout the season, but he's been out for so long. I think you can't go wrong with saying either Jalen or Trey as far as the production that they give per what their contract is. I think that's been great. As far as in the 2020s, best return on investment player. Yeah, you can go Caruso. Because he did it for multiple years. I think you can go Caruso, you can go Drum a little bit, but Caruso played a larger role. So I think saying Caruso is probably safe. I think that's a good one there. Orange Soda in the building says, "How are you today, Haize?" I'm doing mostly okay, Brody. I'm doing okay. The only one I'm not crazy about is Ivy. On your statement, I hope I'm wrong, but I do not see what is so amazing about him. I understand injury, but I don't know. I'm kind of thought they would get something better. I think you got to go look at Jaden Ivey before his injury to see why the hype is there, right? Now, he may not get back to that. And per your concern, maybe he doesn't ever get back to that, and that's there. But I think when you look at it, I'll say this. Jaden Ivey in year 3 before he got hurt was far ahead of where Kobe White was in year 3. And that's just compared to their year 3s, he was advanced to that. So I think that's kind of what you're looking at. And that's the hope that he can get back to and then excel from that, right? But I can't blame you because, since his injury, he has not looked the same. And he does look a step slow. And he doesn't look like he trusts his knee. So I can't blame you on that one. No, Diana, Giddey wants to be here. He's bought in. Why would he want to be anywhere else? 10 years from now, when the Bulls are good, guys like Giddey will just be a footnote in the horror story, kind of like Ben Gordon. Bro, okay. I mean, hey, if that's what you feel, that's what you feel, Brody. I am a Bulls fan. The players is trash. Tank, please. Am I the only one who thinks we should keep Simons along with Modest and Giddey? Well, you got to keep in mind, Simons is an unrestricted free agent, and he very well could go to a situation where he feels like he can win, and I don't know if the Bulls are going to offer that best situation. Now, I'm not mad at Simons staying at all. I think that Simons has he's so consistent at what he does well that I wouldn't mind keeping Simons at all, but it's his choice. He's not a restricted free agent, so the Bulls don't have the right to match any offer, and that's where the concern comes in at. What's going on, E. Holiday? Glad to have you in the building. I was responding to somebody that was named Spacegate. My bad. He said something like keep a guy or two. I said we will keep more than. Okay, gotcha. I thought I was losing it for a second. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I was losing it. People forget how good Jaden Ivey is. Yeah, I mean, I do because it's over a year removed, right? So I can't blame people for not thinking about how good Jaden Ivey was and how he was becoming. And I can't overlook their concerns either. Do you think any of the new guys will be sent down to the G League briefly? I don't know if any of them are even eligible anyway. Leonard Miller, no, because I think he's in year 4, so he may not be eligible either. Well, Rob Dillingham would be eligible to be sent down to the G League, and they're not going to do that though while Trey and Josh Giddey are out, but they could very well send Rob Dillingham down. Coming off a major injury, it takes a couple of years. I won't say it takes a couple of years, but it can't. People forget he had his knee surgery like right before the season started or something like that. So like he's not even that far removed from it. Can Six be the starting center with Richards as a backup, or would you want an upgrade? Oh, no, I want a different player as a starting center. Personally, like I think that we've seen Jalen's better at the 4, and his rim protection and stuff is at the 4. He's really good. So, I mean, if the Bulls don't upgrade the center, which would be crazy if they don't upgrade the center, but I expect them to go after a center hard in this offseason, whether it be through the draft, whether it be through free agency, or whether it be through both. I'm also kind of leaning towards prioritizing draft picks at this point, not tanking yet, but hoping we lose for the most part. Ethical tank. If the Bulls know Simons and Sexton are gone this offseason, then play Rob more often in the 4th, maybe the best strategy, and see how he plays, and you live with the results, whatever they are. I mean, listen, I know that, and I think we all kind of think that this team's kind of focused now on the priority isn't winning games. I still have my hesitation to trust that because this is still Billy Donovan, it's still Arturas Karnisovas. They get a moment, a glimpse of hope. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just going to be 100% honest with that. Would you keep Gershon, Yabusele, Collins, and move Jalen permanently to the 4? I guess is what you mean permanently, and use Williams and spot him in. Listen, fuck Williams. Modest Buzelis is the 3. I'm like, and then, listen, when everybody's healthy, I'm not playing P. Will at all. That's just where I'm at with it. Earlier, we acquired Peyton Watson in free agency. Could be a nice pickup. Could be. I mean, there were those rumors that the Bulls are one of the teams that are preparing to give Peyton Watson a big offer sheet. So, building a willing team is all I want. I feel you, bro. I fucking feel you, bro. That's really all we all want, bro. Well, let me not say we all, because there's some weird people out there who don't want that, which is still weird to me. But I think as fans of the team, mostly we can say most of us just want to win. So we'll see. You see that we got docked a second rounder because of AK's. We didn't get docked. I mean, they altered the trade. They could have canceled it outright. But that's not AK's incompetence. Like, they traded the player. Even had let's say AK had disposed that at the beginning, right? Which he was already out with. I don't understand that because he's out with a calf injury, but whatever, right? The Charlotte Hornets probably would have offered one less pick anyway. Like, it is what it is there. Dope attire Haize, 9 guards. Once again, this could be a run-and-gun offense if the coach weak ass. Why do I read that as with that coach weak ass, like weak ass motherfucker? Could put the right players in position, trying something different. I don't know why that cracked me up so much. P. Will is the type of guy to be lost the entire game, then pulls a Kawhi level move out of his ass, bro. Like, I'm so over P. Will, bro. And like I said, again, if P. Will somehow woke up while he has these next 3 years on his contract, great. I'm not going to shit on him. But I have no faith in P. Will. None. No faith in P. Will is all. I trust a condom with a hole in it more than I trust P. Will. That's just being 100% honest. I trust an entire condom with a hole in it than P. Will. That's what I'm saying. Would tanking really help this team? Like, wouldn't playing players and see what they can do and try to win games be better? It depends on how you look at it. Because what if none of these guys are guys that they play? Because keep in mind, Colin Sexton, unrestricted free agent. Anthony Simons, unrestricted free agent. Gershon Yabusele, unrestricted free agent. Nick Richards, unrestricted free agent. The only one that's not is Rob Dillingham and Jaden Ivey, right? And I even think then Nick Richards is a backup center who you know exactly his role. So even if you lose, he's 28. He's not excelling. So if you don't think you're keeping any of these guys and you're prioritizing what you can add in this team in the offseason, maybe you view it as that. I just want Sexton to bark on P. Will for the rest of the season. Not bark on him. That's crazy. you could just tell by the way the narrative went after the loss of that second-round pick that everybody was blaming the Bulls front office when in reality the Hornets knew that they were what they were trading for. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, and this isn't for me to I'm not defending AK. AK's stupid in general, so I'm not defending AK. But when the news came out, I'm like, wasn't he out with a calf injury? Like, there was a reason he wasn't playing. It was calf injury. So that was just my initial thought to it. I'm like, yeah, well, no shit. He was out because of a calf injury. They're surprised that he has a calf injury. That was my initial thought to it. But hey, it is what it is. And I mean, hey, that's what happened. And I'm not going to trip over 1 second-round pick. We got 13 second-round picks. I'm not going to trip over us losing out on one of them. We got the most important ones. That's the 2 second-round picks we got in 2026. So what's up, Haize? Thoughts on Mark Cuban trying to buy back majority share of the Mavs? Listen, if you look at the franchise that you helped build to that point, I would absolutely be looking to buy them back. This is my personal opinion. I don't get how they were able to amend the trade. That's what I thought too, Flaccavelli. But hey, clearly something wasn't disclosed. Like, something wasn't disclosed because otherwise the NBA wouldn't look at it like that. So something had to not be disclosed for the NBA to be like, all right, Charlotte, what do you want to do? Do you want to rescind the trade completely or do you just want to amend it? So something had to be missed. I mean, can we give the Hornets a refund? Well, that would have been on the Hornets. The Hornets had the right to rescind the trade, much like Mark Williams to the Lakers last year. That was on the Lakers to decide if they wanted to rescind the whole trade. They decided to rescind it completely. So the Hornets they didn't have to just take away a second-round pick. They could have said, you know what, we good on this whole entire trade. Let's get everything back. They could have very well did that. Facts, the first thing I thought about when I heard the news was better not be the 26 ones. Exactly. That was the first thing I went to check. The very first thing I went to check. I hope we can draft a power forward or center in the draft and then make a big splash in free agents. So my kind of, this is fan brain, right? Because there's so many what ifs on this right now. My fan brain is draft a center, and then I would sign Isaiah Hartenstein because it seems like the Thunder are going to not pick up his player option. Now he could choose to re-sign at a lesser amount to kind of give them some flexibility under the second tax apron, but it seems like all signs are kind of pointing towards it looking like they're not going to retain Isaiah Hartenstein. If they don't retain Isaiah Hartenstein, I would be right there because he's like the perfect transition center, right? Like, he can start for you now. He's solid defensively, okay offensively. He does a little bit of both, and then that gives you time to develop your center that you draft to take over as the starter. Or you can do the same thing with Mark Williams. Now, Mark Williams is younger. He's probably going to want a longer deal as he's a restricted free agent, but you can do something like that too. So that's what I hope that they do, personally. But we'll see if they do it. When should the Bulls trade Trey Jones? Because he's playing the best basketball of his career. But if they traded him this year, Bulls fans would have been mad, and they're trying to rebuild, and Trey won't help. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if this is a long-term rebuild. I honestly think if the Bulls are prioritizing draft position, it's this year and this year only. Now, I could be wrong on that. And if I am wrong, it is what it is, right? But I don't see, from what we've seen from AK, it being like, AK, I feel, this is just me personally, is going to be right back on trying to get this team competitive. His version of competitive next year. I think he just looks at this draft. Keep in mind, the 2027 draft isn't that deep. But I do think he looks at the 2026 draft and is like, that's where I'm going to make my move. Between the 26 draft and free agency, that's where he's going to make his move. That's just my thought process from being a fan of AK. Our shooting coach was even done with people. Bruh, that's crazy. I'm 100% with you on that fan idea. It's just fan idea. This is fan idea. But, yeah, I would love that. Imagine keeping Richards and signing Williams. That's exactly what Charlotte and Phoenix did. iHeart is perfect for this team. Definitely. Do you think we should trade Okoro to keep Simons or Ivy in the offseason? I mean, You could, but I mean, you still need a wing. But if you're moving Modest to the 3, maybe you do that. But I don't think you need to necessarily trade Okoro for that. Like, you can move Okoro to the bench. You need depth. But we'll see. We'll see. Not Josh Hart, iHeart. He was saying Isaiah Hartenstein, not Josh Hart, bro. iHeart is you got me tripping. iHeart is short for Isaiah Hartenstein. So that's what he was talking about, not Josh Hart, Brody. Did I say maybe I said Josh Hart too. My brain. Listen, the closer I get to 40, the more my brain. That motherfucker. I made coffee. Listen, I don't know if this is a mix between ADHD and old age or a mix between the two. But I made myself some coffee this morning, right? Brewed the coffee, great. Nice hot cup of coffee. Got my brown sugar syrup in that motherfucker, some creamer in that mug, mixed that mug up. I went upstairs in my room, came back down, was like, did I make some coffee? I could have sworn I made some coffee. Made a whole nother cup of coffee. While I was stirring the new cup of coffee, looked over and said, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? That motherfucker's right. I knew I made that fucking coffee. So, listen, I understand I be tripping sometimes, y'all. I understand I be tripping, bro. Listen, that motherfucking cup of coffee was looking me in my eye like, really, nigga? Really? You just gonna leave me right here? Like, that's really what you gonna do right now? Whole nother cup of coffee, bro. It was bad, man. So don't ever say I'm afraid to share my L's with y'all. Because that was a morning L that had me, bruh. On top of that, the Matt Peck DM at 1 o'clock in the morning, bro, had me all over the place. I was just like, what are we doing here? You know what? Okay, let me ask y'all this. Have y'all ever put on an article of clothing and then been looking for that article, or is that just me? Is that just me that did that? Like, listen, I got out the shower one day, I showered, I lotioned up, I did all my shit. I put on my basketball shorts. For those that don't know, I live in basketball shorts. If I'm not outside the house, I live in basketball shorts. I put on my basketball shorts. And I was like, where did I put those shorts at? I'm like, man, where the hell are my basketball shorts at? Walked in the bathroom looking for my basketball. The only reason I realized I had the basketball shorts on was because I walked past the mirror and was like, oh, I got these bitches on already. So there you go, man. That's life. That's life. The closer you get to 40, it seems like AK was more concerned with putting our players in desirable situations than getting the best return. Everybody went somewhere they wanted to, or a contender, including Zach LaVine and all. Yeah, I mean, for sure, absolutely. And I think that's why you saw us. Because keep in mind, we got Ivy before we traded Kobe or Io. We got Simons as well before we traded Kobe or Io. So I think AK secured, hey, I got my 2 new guards. Now let me go and trade these guys. Lord help. Hey, listen, Deanna, it gets bad sometimes. I'm not even going to front on you. It's all downhill from here. Man, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Now wake up with weird pains, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, I do that with my phone all day looking for it like it's not in my hand. 40s or something. Man, listen, that it be crazy. And don't let me be going to the gym and looking for my AirPods and they already in my ear. Man, that's the worst thing is to be like, damn, I got enough time to get this gym session in. And then be like, damn, I don't want to go to the gym without my AirPods. Where the hell are my AirPods at? Then you waste 10 minutes looking for your AirPods and then you like, these bitches is already in my ear. I done lost 10 minutes on the fucking Stairmaster already. NBA will not reward this embarrassing front office. Oh, my God. Here, bro, like, come on, bro. Calm down, bro. Bro, Scrolls, go get you some pussy, my boy. Go get you some coochie, bro. Like you two, you wound up too tight about this team. Go get you some coochie, my boy. And I don't say that to be disrespectful. The Bulls should not have you this stressed out. Go get you some coochie, my boy. Like that, just please, bro. Go get you some. Don't be stressed out by this team. Go get you some coochie, bro. Go get you some coochie, bro. Like that. That's a better use of your time, man. Go get you some coochie, bro. That's all I can say, bro. They got you stressed out, bro. They got you worrying about shit. Go ahead and go get you some coochie, man. On my bigger days, I'd lose the TV remote in the gaps of my First of all, that's crazy. First of all, shout out to you for being willing to even share that. He said, on my bigger days, I'd lose the TV remote in the gaps of my stomach, then would find it when it fell. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at you, bro. That is hilarious. That's funny. That's funny as hell, bro. Have you seen the... Ain't that about a bitch? That's crazy. Oh, man. That is hilarious, bro. That is funny. That is hilarious. I laugh my fucking ass. Bro, losing the TV remote in the gaps in your stomach is diabolical, bro. I'd have to run a fade on God for that one, bro. Because, like, me and God got a scrap on that one, bro. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That is funny, man. Wow. Do you think Rob Dillingham could be a realistic long-term player for us? I mean, there's a possibility for it. I think he has to lock in, but we'll see. From a dude but I'm not stressed out. I get money from this. Like you doing this for free, bro. Like I'm just saying, hey, if you're not stressed, then do your thing. I'm just saying, don't let the Bulls stress you out, bro. I knew I had to die after. Hey, bro, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. I'll definitely do it. What up, Haize? What's going on, Robert Williams? Oh, man. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up the stream. That was fun. This was probably one of the more fun pregame shows. You know what? No longer having to worry about wins or losses. You know what that does for me as a creative? It just makes it fun. Like, we just get to sit back and just have fun, bro. Like, that's really it. We just get to sit back and have fun. Just have fun. Looking at Rob, just kind of hard to see consistent minutes once Trey and Giddey gets back. That's a good point, too. That's a very good point. How about when you're in your car and you think you forgot your car? Bruh, listen. Old age is a motherfucker. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. But all right, y'all. I appreciate you guys so much, man. You guys are nothing less than amazing, man. You guys are the best. I love you guys. I appreciate the platform that I've been blessed to have because of y'all. And I want to be clear here. Haize does not have a platform if it's not for y'all. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that you are a huge piece and part of what we're able to do here with Chicago Bulls Central. I appreciate you guys more than you know. We aren't here if it's not for y'all. And that's just really what it is. So I love you guys. Go Bulls. See red, y'all. I'll see y'all maybe at the game.